Hello and welcome to a full episode of Rewind, and we are going to be spoiling a little bit of Avengers Infinity War as it came out on April 27th.
Baby.
We're
Strap
not
in, kids.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Fair warning, pretty please, fair warning. See this movie before you continue on. I don't care if it messes up YouTube analytics and you bounced out. Watch this movie. Do not cheat yourself from this amazing adventure that Disney and Marvel have given us.
And again, we are going to do a more in-depth review that really breaks everything down. We need to see this 3 more times. Which we'll have accomplished over the next couple of days. But this is just our first impressions. But yeah, there are going to be spoilers up in here. So strap in, people. I mean, OMG.
And you've been warned. Oh my God, people!
You know what? Honestly, they made enough money off this film. They should have had like a therapist at the end of every theater aisle after the film, like just waiting for you. Like I'm here to
hold
talk.
Me.
You needed a hug.
I needed a whole bunch.
He needed a hug and a half after that film. I was talking him off a ledge. I was the voice of reason. I was like, "Hey man, it's only part 1.
I've never been.
Let's not put all of our ducks in one basket. Like, you don't know."
It's a very rare moment where I can say I was absolutely speechless and just sat and stared at the screen.
Yeah.
People are getting up, trying to climb over my knees. I'm not moving. I'm not saying, no, you can climb over me.
What cracks me up, though, is that, like, I mean, again, like, I know it's part 1. We all know it's part 1.
I know that
It's gonna end on a not great note, you guys. Like, because they have to come back and regroup and figure out what to do. But it was surprising to me how many people in the theater were like, that's how you're ending it? That's how we're going to close out this film?
The part that got me even more, so you know, you're a Marvel fan, you're sitting in the theater, and then they put Avengers Infinity War, and then they do the clay dust thing like they took everybody else off. On the words, they're like, by the way, we don't care if we killed all your hopes and dreams. Your childhood doesn't give 2 about you. I don't give about you. Kevin Feige just pissed on my gravestone. It was so heartbreaking that I don't know how to feel. I still didn't know how to feel. Like,
you need to.
I'm processing. It's less than 12 hours, and I'm still
I'm good.
I still need like Disney in my life.
We had talked at length about who we thought was gonna be killed off.
None of those people could.
Well, that's not true, actually. That's not true. Some of them were. But one of our friends that we had spoken to prior to was like, I hope everybody goes. She's like, because that's what's true. She's like, do you read the comics? They all go at some point. And she was pretty correct.
Was damn near right. So
they just went
story.
And mowed down half the
everybody
squad.
Just gone. Just
oh boy.
And then all right, so Marvel messed up one thing for me.
Oh.
The ending was bad because if you saw the CGI that they did at the end.
You are so hype right now. You're already
the Hulk bolster and when Banner was in there and then you had Rhodey as the War Machine. That CGI was off just a little bit.
Rhodey's was for sure.
Yeah, and the Hulkbuster's with his face out without it.
Sure.
It was weird. But I don't care because what y'all did after that messed me up so much that I forgot about that.
I didn't. You're right.
Yeah,
you are because they. I mean, you couldn't have built them like some kind of thing to just stick your head in where the proportion made sense because they made the Hulk's head like this big.
Because they do like the filming with the head. Yeah, it was weird.
But no, Rhodey's was really bad.
But what after that? So everybody just goes like real quick, like 3 seconds. You see them flayed in the dust. Another 2 seconds, flayed in the dust like the mummy. But what they did to my man Peter Parker, Tom Holland, Iron Man was not right.
That was because but they did it because he's 15 and they had to get you in the feels there. They're like, he's a little kid and
my man was made an Avenger 15-20 minutes ago.
But hey,
and then Tony Stark has to see him go.
Tony warned him. Tony said, you shouldn't be here. It could go down. But to be fair, even if he wasn't there, clearly he was one of the chosen. He would have been gone regardless if he was sitting in his apartment with Aunt May or
I don't need
up
the
there
conversation that's had just topples everything of how I felt. I was like, oh, people got to go, bye-bye. I saw a few people leave, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. Bucky went. I wasn't even upset about
Dude,
Bucky.
come on. Okay, let's talk about that for a minute. So Bucky goes and Doc Strange goes. Yeah. Okay, Bucky has a mechanical arm. Why the arm going? That didn't make sense to me.
I think they went on this whole thing.
But then the same thing, Doctor Strange, the cape is not him. The cape is a whole separate entity.
I think the cape's connected to him.
But it's not. I don't like that. Those kinds of things. I was like, I feel like the cape should be sticking around, and I feel like the arm should have just.
T'Challa.
Man.
T'Challa.
That's too soon for me. That is too soon. We just got him. That's too soon. Y'all were wrong. How dare you?
Y'all play with so many emotions.
How dare you touch the throne? Shame. But it's cool because
Enchantress.
I did at one point. I looked at him. I said, "M'Baku dies. I'm out. I'm walking out." So thankfully he did. He will. And I think he will protect Wakanda in the meantime. While the king is gone.
I don't like half the population is gone.
Yeah.
And if y'all stayed to the end, y'all saw my other dude, and they didn't even curse. So beautiful. By the way, that was just kudos to you guys for he said mother, and then he fades away.
Yeah.
Oh, guys. So Thanos is the bad.
Listen, at the end of the day, I still agree with Thanos' theory, like his point of view. Like I get it. Like I'm like,
we're surplus to too many.
Like it makes me think of that Chris Rock skit. Like I wouldn't do it, but I understand. No, okay. I mean, granted, he's also talking about murder, but
genocide. He's not talking murder. I could stab you.
You know what?
Genocide.
The world is
trillions.
It's a little tight around here these days.
Oh my God.
I can't say I blame his logic, but why are you gonna take all my squad from me?
Everybody.
Leave the Avengers alone.
Even my chick, I always forget her name. She was the one we were rolling with Samuel. What's her name?
Oh, Colby Smulders.
Colby Smulders or whatever. I love her so much. Yeah. Y'all just hurt my feelings. I feel like I need real true assistance on getting through. So if y'all watch this and y'all feeling like I'm feeling, just comment, leave me a message, DM me. I don't give.
If you're the voice of reason like myself,
oh my God, but
and can handle it and are gonna. But the nice thing is, I know how it ends. So when I go watch it 4 times, I can skedaddle before that upsetting ending happens. I'll be like, oh nope, don't need to see this. I already caught you. Bye.
But Thanos is the bad that we wanted.
Dude.
He's the bad that this movie needed.
Yeah.
They did not.
He's the megalomaniac, but there is emotion there. There is feeling there.
When he lets go of Gamora,
dedicated to his principles, baby.
He lets go of Gamora, and you can actually let me tell you the extra detail that they took.
That made me mad, though. I'm sitting there, I'm like, Gamora, you ain't figured this out. What's going to happen right now?
No,
I mean, you don't know what they're talking about.
When you have so much hate in you.
Wait, hold on. Sorry, let's talk about how the whole theater crapped themselves when Red Skull appeared.
Oh! Yo!
The whole theater was like, what?
Shut up!
It was amazing.
That was beautiful. You guys figured out how to bring us all the way back. They didn't leave nobody out. This movie's everything.
If you've been watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they've been talking about Red Skull a lot lately. So it didn't surprise me, because I'm caught up. But the whole theater was collectively like, get out of town.
This is amazing.
What?
They learned how to connect everything so well. When they say they had a 10-year plan, we all like, yeah, you just started making more money and you figured it out.
DC, are you taking notes, bitch?
That's how you surprise somebody.
This is Marvel came to play.
They're not joking around. This one's the movie.
To hang it up, DC.
I'm over.
You got nothing.
I'm over. That Red Skull, I forgot. Oh my God, he came out and you're like, I know what it means to pay for it. I was like, oh yes you do, motherfucker. Oh shit, this crazy. I swear to God, they just took all of my emotions.
All right.
The Gamora death scene, which we came back on.
Let's woo-saw it out.
And where Thanos was meeting, when he was crying. The curvature of his tears went into the crevices of his face. They spared no expense on making feel his emotion. He
looked fantastic.
I thought I wasn't going to like him.
He looked flawless.
He was great.
He looked great.
And everybody's worried about the face and everything that they were talking about before when they first released it.
He looked
Peter Quill said some nonsense like, what are you doing with that nutsack on your face? I was like, oh shit. Everybody. Chris Pratt was amazing.
Okay.
Everybody.
So let's talk about who meets who, because still by the end of this film, not everyone has met one another.
Yeah.
Because they all, and the storytelling. They all go their separate ways. Some people are on this planet over here. Some people are on this planet over here. Some people end up back on Earth. The storytelling was fantastic in the way that they go from situation to situation to what's going on, because it was, and everybody talks about how this is the longest Marvel movie. They knew what they were doing. People.
Had to be long.
Holy crap.
Had to be long.
It had to be long. But what I love is the true fans, every single fan that I've ever spoken to, when I said to them, this is the longest Marvel film ever released, they were all like, good.
It needed
because they understand, how are you going to properly tell a story if we don't have the appropriate amount of time? And again, it's only part one, so come on.
And it was weird. I didn't feel rushed at all for as much things that happened.
No.
I felt like it was just the right amount of time.
It didn't drag at any point for me.
There was no fillers.
Because again, the banter is like, even if there's nothing going on, the dialogue is so wonderful between
It's so
everybody.
rich to every single person's character.
And
like even the evolution of Captain America's dialogue from his first time appearing to how he is now.
Yeah.
Even Natasha Romanoff's. And I don't know how to make this, but I was never a really big fan of the Hulk per se. Like
agreed.
His character
Yes, I never gave two craps about the Hulk.
It was just whatever it was. But
I love the Hulk now.
He has an internal turmoil,
yeah.
and then out-turner, just trying to external feeling himself out and how he fits in, and it's just so good.
Everything.
They did it.
I can't.
Spider-Man is growing into himself, and you could see that, and the relationships that's growing in between everybody.
Oh, and I loved how he told him not to use any pop culture references, and then he meets Quill, he meets Star-Lord, and they both are pop culture references, and Tony Stark is for real right now.
No, the greatest line. Footloose, the greatest movie of all time. It was never the greatest movie. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, his face, even the 2 seconds that he was on his face was no, I don't know, it wasn't what you're talking about. Oh, they took the act, I want to be.
And again, them all, and it's been 10 years, people. This is film number 19, okay? And this was still the first time you've ever seen a Marvel film, because all of them meeting each other.
It was nothing.
Everything was still fresh. Everything was still brand new. The flow was incredible. Freaking G.
I was wondering if this movie, we know this movie was going to be good. I knew it was going to be good.
Yep.
Everybody else knew it was going to be good.
It's the greatest day of my life.
It was.
It's the greatest day of my life.
You just had Black Panther that's the number 3 movie of all time.
And I saw it 6 times.
This movie?
Yeah.
It's going to smack, I can't even believe I'm saying it's going to smack Black Panther in the face.
It already has. And, we were talking about that for a while, too, the box office sales and everything.
How are you going to do those numbers again? That's crazy.
Because you have to understand, everyone's in it. So if you're a fan of the Hulk, you're seeing this. If you're a fan of Thor, you're seeing this. If you're a fan of Black Panther, you're seeing this. So they got everybody.
And it does, it's so good.
Again, DC,
Figure it out.
Get that notebook out, because y'all need to study up. This is how you do it.
So, real quick, I can't, we're going to go longer into this later, which we're already,
real long.
We've
got a lot
already
more to
12
talk
minutes
about.
in. But,
we have so much to talk about.
Favorite interaction meeting? Who was your favorite two that met?
Oh, okay, the first real meeting, no, that's not true. Who was first? Doctor Strange and Iron Man.
Yeah.
Were first.
Did you like that meeting?
I loved how he just kept calling him a wizard the whole time. That was hysterical.
All right.
Yeah.
Thor meeting the guy.
Yeah. Thor and Rocket
are wonderful together.
You would never expect that. Oh man, did that work?
Wonderful together.
They did a real job in Ragnarok with getting Chris on the comedy aspect of it, because before that, Thor 1, Thor 2, more serious. He had his little one-liners here and there, but they really are okay, no, we need to get Thor on board.
His comedic timing
and with everybody else.
Wonderful between, especially him and Bradley Cooper, especially just as a voice. So he's really just talking.
Oh man, is it
to
funny.
A puppet or whatever it is most of the time. Amazing dialogue. Oh yeah, I guess I am the captain.
But again, like I said, the banter. And again, it's a movie, so obviously this wouldn't be the way it really was on a battlefield. But at one point, when when it was Groot and Captain America, and he was like, "I am Groot," and he goes, "I am Steve Rogers." It was. I just love it.
They take time to pull you in and take you back out. You're in.
You fall in love with these characters over and over again every film.
and Groot. He grew up. You saw his evolution in this movie.
Well, you saw. I mean, you've been
like
seeing
him growing up to like understanding the like what's happening right now.
Well,
so
I feel
don't forget.
No. I feel like he's always understood. It's not that he like died. Like he, if anything, he like kind of reincarnated.
No.
I feel
he's
like
dead.
Well,
no, he's dead.
I feel like he remembers stuff.
No, they say he's dead. That's his son.
Oh.
He was birthed him. Yeah, everybody. It's out now. That's his son.
Well, you need to explain this stuff to me.
I'll explain it.
About it. I mean, but that's cool. Regardless.
If you watch the other show. I'm just saying. I said it in my Geeky Get Down, so I'll link it so you guys can see it.
Am I in it? I ain't watching it.
Yeah, I know. Oh, son of a gun. All right, that was my favorite meetup. Favorite scene. What scene sold it for you?
Okay, first of all.
I mean, the whole thing sold it.
You ain't got to sold nothing. I'm buying tickets every time, but when Thor unleash his Asgardian ass on all them mofos. When he came down, I was sitting there like,
playing? I wish I remember.
I was sitting there like, God damn, Thor! Like, oh my good gravy!
Yeah.
That's the God of Thunder I've been waiting on.
Yeah.
Holy hell! He did the damn thing, people. He just down, saved the day.
Oh, Peter Dinklage.
Oh, Peter Dinklage. But yes.
Oh, what a great scene! Like coming back, I was like, "Where are you gonna put him at in this?" Like, because he's been in Marvel, like X-Men side for the Fox Studios.
Yes.
So I was like, "What is he gonna be in here?" And then,
see, I don't read stuff ahead of time. I will not like anything that I hear in advance is from you. Yeah. So I didn't know he was in this. Had no idea, and I was pleasant. It was perfect. I'm glad. Don't read nothing. I mean, watch this obviously, but. I'm so glad that I didn't know that he was in it,
a great surprise.
It was such a nice surprise.
They kept that Red Skull one under massive tight rights.
I'm not telling. Listen to me.
I'm not telling anybody.
Everyone in the theater crapped themselves.
Yeah,
everybody.
I can't believe that didn't make it out anywhere.
Even like, I was like, oh, Red Skull. But you
anticipated it.
He's been fresh in my mind because they kept, like I said, they kept talking about him in S.H.I.E.L.D. this season. But I didn't think the boy was coming back. Woo!
If I wasn't excited for Captain Marvel before. I'm in now.
I mean,
it's because it has to be something of great caliber to make this thing. That was your favorite scene. My favorite scene.
There's a reason my last name is Marvel, people, and they validate that every time a new movie comes out.
They do.
OMG.
God.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
That was
scene.
your favorite scene.
Yeah, because I'm in my seat and I'm just having a ball at that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this
having
is
a good time.
Fan-friggin-tastic.
Yeah, no, the Tony Stark talking to Peter.
All the feels.
Never like.
I can't. Did you really cry?
Shed a tear. I did.
Appreciate you.
I did.
I didn't. I surprisingly didn't. Like I sat down, I looked at him, I said, "I'm gonna cry so much," and I didn't.
No,
because it might have been because I was drunk.
It could have been, but no, I definitely did. It was super, super heartwarming and touching because like their father, because like I know what Peter's been through with losing his uncle, and then I know what.
Tony's been through
with his losing his dad, and then you're getting all these emotions and like how much he cares about him. He's like, you were supposed to go home.
In the very beginning, in the very beginning, he does talk to Pepper about how he was like kind of
imagining him having a baby.
Kid. Yeah, like he has started to get in touch with his like fatherly side. I would like to settle down. I would like to have a future. So he has been mentoring Peter, and he does take that very seriously, even though you think that he's just.
And he says, "Send 1A." He's like, and then send him home. He's like trying to send him and get him home so you can.
Yeah.
And Peter has the great line. He's like, you can't protect the neighborhood if there is no neighborhood," is what a line that he says to him as soon as he gets up. Guys,
you can't be the friendly neighborhood
spider if there's no neighborhood. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see the hell out of this.
I cannot wait to watch it 3 more times over the next couple of days.
So you just got a 20-minute spoiler one.
And we're not done talking about it, people.
Be back for the 40-minute one.
Yeah.
In a few weeks.
Because the 40-minute one, we'll be laying down everybody that goes. Everybody.
No taking.
We're gonna talk about all of it.
I just can't. So in between time, I want to talk about this more to anybody that wants to talk about it. So you can find me at Comics Fashion everywhere. Hit me up. You can find her at Hawkeye35 and Hawkeye MC on her Snapchat.
Yep.
We'll see you guys again for the next movie review.